What's up, my sports to the bone family? What's up? What's up? A blessed Wednesday morning to you all, and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are doing okay. All right, my sports to the bone family, a couple of things to talk about in this one. So we see where the 4-day regional championship is slated to get back underway today. Yes, man, and we have quite a few players that are going to be looking to prove themselves. You know, we have some players that are currently in West Indies test setup that will be looking to get some runs under their belt. Plus, we have a few that would have fallen from the test level and, you know, will be looking to get some runs to see if they can get back in the good books of the West Indies selectors. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Plus, we see where Bangladesh recently, I think it was yesterday, named a couple of squads that will be touring the West Indies. Yes, man, we're going to be taking them on in a couple of test matches, ODI and T20s. So we'll talk a little bit about that also. But before we go down into all of that, you don't know, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, my peeps. And also make sure you leave a like on the video and comment so I can know what you are thinking. All right, let's get straight into it. So the 4-day regional championship continues today. And as I indicated earlier, you know, quite a few of the players will be looking to see if they can regain form. And quite a few will be looking to continue their form in the last round. I think this will be the 4th round. Now, I think we had about 6 centuries in the games the other day. That was very, very good to see. I think it's the first time since I'm watching regional championship, regional cricket, I would have seen so many centuries in those few games. Yeah, man. So congratulations to those players that would have gotten those centuries under their belts. But one thing they need to understand is that consistency is key when it comes on to maintaining, when it comes on to, stepping up to the next level. Especially when you are playing in regional cricket, you want to make sure that you are overly consistent because the level is not at where we would want it to be. So you have to make sure that you continue to perform. So shout out to all of those players that got centuries under their belt. And I want the selectors to know that because a man make a century doesn't necessarily mean that you throw him straight into the starting lineup, right? If they were not in your plans, a 1.5 century doesn't necessarily mean that you put them on right in the starting 11. You look for some consistency from the player, continue to encourage them, let them know that here what, we were impressed. We saw what you did out there, but we're looking to see if you can maybe repeat that 2-3 times or so forth. We're not talking about people like Brathwaite and those guys that are established, but you see other guys coming in and making centuries and taking 5-wicket hauls and thing. You want to let them know that here what, that you're on the right path. This is what we want to see, but we are definitely looking for consistency just the same, because if you get 1 century at this level, it doesn't necessarily mean you will get a century at the international level. So you just show some consistency and we'll definitely work with you. You understand? So we will be keeping a close eye on the games that will be played today. That will start today to see what is happening. I think we're going to have Jamaica going up against Guyana. Yeah, man, Jamaica going up against Guyana. And we had a couple of, those 2 teams will feature century makers from the last round. As we know, Moti and Shandopal, I think, had centuries for Guyana, and Brandon King had century for Jamaica. So, they will be looking to do the business. Not saying other players won't step up, but we're just highlighting a couple of the players that did well in the last round. We had Kimo Paul. I didn't have the opportunity to really sit and watch the games, but based on all accounts, based on what I saw on a couple of posts and a couple of persons talking about him, it seems as if even the coach was saying that he actually bowled with good aggression. He was bowling with good speed, and that is what we want to hear. I think he had about 4 wickets or something like that. So it's good to see that he's working his way back in. Heard that he was bowling real good as it relates to getting the ball to move around and was a bit hostile. So that is what we want to hear. So he will be going up against the Jamaican batsmen, and as I said, the Shandopal and those guys will be looking to repeat the consistency. Same thing can be said of the Jamaicans, medium pace bowler Derval Green. He took a couple of wickets there, got a 5 for. So he will be looking to continue or to repeat, Marquino, Minley, I think his name is, will be looking to do some work. Also, Brandon King. You know, we have quite a few test players in the Jamaica squad, and they need to perform. John Campbell, with his usual 40 odd, will need to get some runs. Bonner, just to see Blackwood, you know, Paul Palmer, I think, is there. All of these guys have good amount of, you know, professional cricket under their belt, so they will need to do their thing. Defending champion, I think Barbados will be taking on Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, man, Barbados will be taking on Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad hasn't really fired as yet as it relates to the batting. Well, they didn't fire in the last round, so they too will be looking to get to get some runs under their belt. They have Darren Bravo in the team, who is an experienced test cricketer. Jeremy Solazano is still hoping to get his chance at the top for West Indies where test cricket is concerned. So he will need to get some runs in this game, right? So those guys definitely need to do their thing, you know. Where Barbados is concerned, you know, Shea Hope and Craig Brathwaite will look to continue, and the other guys there. So that is very interesting. You know, quite a few test players are in this squad. And, you know, we're happy when we see the youngsters coming through and making runs and taking wickets. But as I always say, once you are playing international cricket and you step down to the regional level, then you should be able to really show your class, to stand above the rest and show that, here what, you know, I am playing international cricket consistently, and I am now at the regional level, so you should be performing at an extremely good level. So Trinidad and Tobago will be taking on Barbados, and that will be something to look out for. Windward Islands will be going up against Leeward Islands, and the same can be said. The Kyron Powell and all of the other guys that did well in the third round will need to repeat. As we say, consistency is key. The Arthurnes, all of these young guys coming through will need to show that, here what, they are no joke, and they are looking to get themselves up and running. So we're looking for centuries and we're looking for wickets as it relates to this 4-day regional championship continuing, because as I said, there's always spot in the West Indies team, you know, once you are scoring runs. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on that. All right, so as I said at the top part of the video now, West Indies will be taking on Bangladesh. Bangladesh will be touring us, right? And we still don't have all the information for you guys as it relates to the date, but they will be playing 2 test matches. So West Indies will be taking on Bangladesh in 2 test matches, right? And it will form a part of the ICC World Test Championship. So we know points will be up for grabs as it relates to that. I think the test will be starting in June. Yeah, man, the first test will be starting in June. So 2 test matches, 3 T20s, and 3 ODIs. So a lot of cricket to be played. That is why I'm saying these players that are currently playing in the 4-day regional championship need to just show that, here what, they are capable, and once you score runs and once you pick up wickets, you will be noticed. You understand? That is what it is about. You know, sometimes you might consistently do it and it seems as if you're not getting noticed, but you just need to continue, because, you know, somebody like a Raymond Reefer can say, well, I go out there and I do what I need to do and I still can't get selected. That might be demotivating, but, you know, you just need to continue to push out, and you don't know because you don't know when the call will come. So, yeah, Bangladesh set to take on West Indies. 2 test matches, 3 ODIs, and 3 T20s. So a lot of cricket to be played. I'm definitely going to be getting some more information as it relates to the exact date, you know, that the games will be played, so I can pass it on to you guys. But yeah, that's basically it for this one, my viewers and subscribers. The 4-day regional championship is back on, as I said, so you guys can definitely check that out and we can have a talk about it later on. See? Big up on yourself. I'm out.